Oh, heaven, I need you. I was waiting on you. Oh, heaven, were you speaking all along? Silence and the cold. My shadow knew the prayers I never told. The night was holding all my quiet tears, but I was waiting through the silent years. I waited while the midnight held its tongue. I wondered if my praying went unsung. Then thunder in the distance shook the grave. Midnight started sounding like the day. Heaven wasn't silent. Heaven heard my cry. Every word I whispered shook the midnight sky. The quiet was never empty. Heaven was speaking. Oh.